ladies and gentlemen, doing a P-SB7 Spirit Box session on Paul Walker. Why? Because Paul Walker appeared to me physically as a ghost the other day, a couple days ago. So I'm going to do a session P-SB7 Spirit Box. This is not a normal P-SB7 Spirit Box. It has been modified. There's wire wrapped around the AM antenna. You want to know how to do this? Go watch my other videos. How to modify your P-SB7 Spirit Box. It's scanning on AM for 100 ms. Now, I'm going to be asking Paul Walker, why did he appear to me the other day?
Towards Linda Vista in East LA, we get a call from our Ghost Adventures researcher, Jeff Belanger. Jeff has been trying to locate some paranormal investigators who may have come in contact with the same spirit Nick encountered in 2009.
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Zach.
Hey, what's going on, man? Were you able to find anybody?
Yeah,
And see what she actually experienced.
Are you Sarah?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Zach. Thanks for meeting us on such short notice.
Nice to meet you.
You came here within 5 minutes
I moved
of
fast.
Jeff telling us. Actually, can we just go down to that area?
Absolutely.
You take us.
Okay.
I think you know what we're talking about.
I do.
What experiences did you have around the surgical suite area?
I did a number of ITC sessions over about a 4-week.
28% of all Americans now believe it's possible to communicate with the dead.
When Thomas Edison unveiled the phonograph. Back then, critics laughed it off, but Edison prevailed. Now, here's one thing you probably never knew about this brilliant American inventor. Toward the end of his life, Edison was said to be designing a device that could enable us to communicate with the dead. When the New York Times questioned him about the validity of his work, Edison replied, "If I didn't believe, I wouldn't try." Edison died before ever completing that task. But the quest to bridge science and spirit is alive and well today on the other side of the Atlantic. Here in Germany, an estimated 1,500 researchers are hard at work trying to contact and record the faces and voices of the dead. And for some, the proof lies in high technology. This might look like a strange image to you, but for a top German audiovisual expert, it's the culmination of years of experimentation into the realm of the hereafter. Hans Otto Koenig says this is a first, a spirit moving and talking almost simultaneously, describing life after death and the missed opportunities of his life on Earth. This cryptic message came through in German on a basic television set. It's part of a growing body of spiritual work involving physicists, electrical engineers, psychologists, and physicians. It's called ITC, Instrumental Transcommunication.
Instrumental transcommunication is the use of electronic devices to get long messages and clear images from so-called spirits of the dead.
This is the beginning of a new story.
And this robotic-sounding voice is said to be that of psychologist and ITC pioneer Konstantin Raudiva. He died in 1974, but researchers claim this message was recorded just last year during a telephone call to American George Meek, who's been called the father of instrumental transcommunication.
This is Konstantin Raudiva. This is the first contact you get from us. I suppose that you can hear me. I can hear you very well.
Right now, you might be wondering, where's the proof? Couldn't anyone make a call and fake a voice like this?
As far as I know, there's no validity at all to these things.
Each day, we're seeing images of energy forms that we never realized before. There's tons of tangible things that we can solve with this technology. The way that we perceive data, the way that we communicate with each other. Could we ask heavy questions? And I hope the answer is yes.
The team will be joined on this expedition by research scientist Andy Kopic, who designed and manufactured much of the technology being used in this investigation. He started creating high-tech equipment for paranormal investigations following his own paranormal encounter in 2008.
We have touched the other side, and it is real. But this is not just a ghost story. It's a story of how what we discovered when we peeked behind the veil opened doors in our own world that we can see, not just the world we cannot.
There's real science behind this. The implications are huge. We've been given a glimpse of a new realm of physics. So where do we go with this? How far down the rabbit hole do we go?
If you look around you, wherever you are right now, the world seems vast, diverse, and seemingly disconnected. Yet the magic in everything lies beyond what our eyes can see. If we can retrain our brain to see everything through our mind's eye, past the cellular level, down to the subatomic makeup of everything that exists, it is here where we realize that we are all connected. Everyone, everything, everywhere, and through every time. This is the world of quantum physics, and where our research begins.
We are developing new technology and redefining quantum mechanics as we once knew it, with new discoveries in physics and biomed technology, along with paranormal phenomenon and other fringe science, all in a privately funded lab, ground zero for our research, that we hope will change our world and flip it inside out. It was here at Andy's engineering company that our new adventure and work began, when paranormal activity threw a wrench in our otherwise normal lives, showing us a world that we might have missed had it not come knocking on the door, leading us to ask deeper questions about who, what, why, and how is this kind of thing possible.
This camera has the ability to see outside the range we can as humans. And the evidence we capture with this camera proves that what we see isn't necessarily all that's there. The cool thing is, this technology gives us the ability to see what is really taking place within our universe, our space. These things exist. Within the confines of what we see as humans, we may be missing the most beautiful part of this picture.
Along with building equipment to see into the invisible spectrum, we've delved into technology allowing us to hear outside the normal range of humans as well, opening even more doors into the mysteries of our existence.
Don't be afraid to die. Don't be afraid of death.
We have also tested the technology in the field a few times on police investigations.
I see no basis for this. Nobody's ever been able to establish this.
There have been thousands of contacts in 11 countries around the world, including the U.S. They all come through electronic devices, and not all contacts involve ITC researchers. When this image appeared on the television set of an Alabama family, it made headlines last year. Nobody ever figured out where the mystery man came from, but it begs the question, is this a contact from the other side? According to a team of ITC experimenters in Luxembourg, these images just appeared on their home computers, and later words on those same computers explained the pictures. And if you choose to believe it, here's the message from the spirit world: that the other side resembles life here on Earth, with mountains, rivers, trees, and homes. But there's one big difference. Nothing is matter as we know it. Dr. Ernst Senkowski, a German physicist, has devoted decades of his life to the study of ITC.
And what type of messages are you getting?
Well, they are telling us that the life is going on after our so-called death. Apparently, it is not a world like ours here with space and time as we know it, but it seems to be something like a dreamlike world in which your ideas are reality for you.
Tomorrow night on Channel 2 News at 11, we'll take you to the small...
And that's instrumental transcommunication.
It is.
Now, instrumental transcommunication is just using electronic devices to try and communicate or gather evidence of the paranormal. It rapidly scans through radio frequencies, and it basically supplies an endless supply of white noise through these frequencies that spirits can pretty much talk to us on cue. What were you gathering when you were doing? Hello.
Hi there.
Hi, Craig. You must deal with a lot of John and Jane Does here at the coroner's office, do you?
We do. We handle a little over 300 unidentified bodies a year.
We're investigating spirits that are still kind of trapped or stuck because of what happened to them, their body. We did an investigation at Linda Vista Hospital, and Nick actually visually saw the clearest form of an apparition that he's ever seen.
It scared the ever-living crap out of me, to be honest with you, until I jumped back. But this has intrigued me so heavily to find out who this girl could actually be.
Here's the story. I'm a big Paul Walker fan. Way before he died. When I mean I'm a Paul Walker fan, I mean watch this clip. I tried to be like him. I went out and got the Nissan Skyline, the R34 Nissan Skyline, just like he uses in the movie.
Alright, ladies! We're good. We're good.
Esto es mío! Come on, Tess. Let's get this race going.
Whoa, man. Wait a second, man. You cats are first wave, man. Where's your fourth at?
Yo, it was Joaquin, man, but he had to work the graveyard shift.
What? Graveyard shift, man?
Yo, why don't you run with us, Tej?
Hell no, I'm not running with y'all, man. And I tell you what, either you find a fourth or you don't race. How about that, huh?
We should find two, so we don't have to roll with skirt here. Un carro rosita.
Idiota.
Mami, tú sabes que tú no tienes nada en ese...
Whoa, wait a second. Why don't I just find y'all a fourth and we settle this on the streets, huh?
Bring him on.
Anybody I want.
Tráelo.
No matter who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You want to race tonight?
Yeah, you know I could use the money.
You got 4 minutes, man.
All right, I'll be there.